All right. 7:30 Friday night crypto hangout. Let's talk about some stuff that has happened in the markets today and with crypto, some trade setups that have played out and they're setting up, and some of the insane profits made this week by our Discord members. Some pretty crazy ones. There was some 400 percenters plus, over 400% day trades made. But it was wild. It was wild. There was some excellent plays that were taken advantage of. Had a lot of new people join. OJ, man, OJ, I'm so glad you're here, dude. Man, I have been just swamped with getting this Discord channel set up, and it's been crazy busy. Hopefully now that we've got it set up and we're probably about 90% functional where we want to be, I'm gonna get back to my streaming. I would love to stream every night. I would love to. If there was enough people willing and members, I would love to stream every night and answer you guys' questions. But I'd love to get back to at least a couple nights a week. These Friday night hangouts are so much easier. Most of us are grown folks, and Friday night we just trying to chill. Everybody's home, kids are home. They just trying to hang out and they got some time. But OJ, go check out my Discord, man. Crypto Whiskey Discord. Yeah, we'd been working on it for a while. We finally got it all set up. But please, jump on over there and sign up to Crypto Whiskey, the Discord. I think I've got one of my guys can send you probably a link, or put a link right here in the chat or something in a minute. I'll get with him on that. I'm not the greatest on that. I read charts. I'm not the tech guy. But we'll get you one, OJ. We'll get you over there, man, and you can check out what we got going on. We had some pretty amazing plays. But one of the big setups for today that we've had, and it just broke out, just confirmed. I'm pretty crunk about it. KNC to the US dollar. Now, when I posted, I think it might have been 320. I'd have to go back and look, but we had what I identified on a 4-hour and a daily chart. Yeah, OJ, I'll get you a link, man. I'll get you a link. And if you're not already following me on Facebook, YouTube, please like, subscribe, all that, and get the latest notifications, trade setups. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'll get that link in there here in just a second. But we had this KNC, man. Crypto is turning a corner. Crypto is starting to make some new changes. Did I freeze? I don't know about my voice and everything, but it looks like maybe my camera let me see what I hit to turn this camera off. Okay, well, I'm glad y'all can. I cannot in my setup. I don't see myself, so if I'm not looking at the camera, I'm like slid off to the side. Please excuse me. But anywho, KNC, man, we identified 3 rising valleys on multiple time scales. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple bullish divergence playing out. The sellers were exhausted. We identified that. We started getting people in there. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why the face cam decided to go nuts, but when you got a third-party streaming app, that's the kind of stuff that happens. It's garbage some days. I'll be working on that. But I hope some of y'all got in on the. I don't know if some of y'all were members yet, but I hope y'all got in on the whiskey giveaway. We gave away a bottle of Buffalo Trace. That was fun. So hopefully we will up the game. I really hope we can start bringing some bigger stuff to give away. Let's see what we got. Camera wise. I don't even know what that is. Well, all right, y'all don't need to see me. Y'all are here for the charts and the crypto anyway. Dickie, okay. The Richard Wilson Dickie, it throws me off. Yeah, but go ahead. Please like, subscribe, and keep it up. I'm going to get back into doing this a lot more. But this is a great play. Anybody who's in the crypto space, when you start seeing this kind of setup play out on long-term time frames, that's bullish. That's really strong. Bitcoin is showing some real strength, and I'll get over to that and show y'all why I think so. But when you're losing this kind of negative momentum, when sellers get exhausted, big things happen. What I like about this is, one, usually you want to look for a break of that second peak right here. And we did. And we broke it, and we started getting followed through price action is what we want to see. Now, what really gets me excited, you can go out to the daily. Set this chart, pull out here, and I posted this earlier, but we got our two green arrows. Those two candle wicks right there, anybody who bought right there are the only people not in profit right now. That's it, because we've already broken, and I can zoom out further and let you see. We'll go to the monthly. Let's look at this monthly. Our candle right now, this candle body where it's at today, is now officially an all-time high. We wicked up there for a second, but this candle body is broken above every previous candle in KNC's history. Typically, when that happens, you start seeing crazy moves, crazy price action. Wild things will start to happen, and you'll get some really, really massive runs. But I'm not looking at a lot of sell pressure, especially down here on the MACD. On the MACD, our first candle started turning positive on the momentum. We're still in bullish control zone down here on the RSI. Everything's setting up to be a beautiful, beautiful run. So if Bitcoin plays along, we all know it. Everything follows Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin goes down, everything tends to follow. If Bitcoin plays ball, it sets sideways or tries to hang in there, we're gonna have some fireworks, y'all, and that's where I want to be. I want to be right here. I'm already in it. Now that we've broken above these candles, I want to see it hold tight. The next candle, just blow right past it. At some point, once you get above all-time highs, it's really, you start getting tough trying to find a price point to make your exits. So really, you could either Fibonacci. This doesn't have a whole lot of history to it. That doesn't really give us a bunch of real good targets. But typically on a three rising valleys, you'll get about a 40% move once it breaks out from that second. When we'll go back to that, from that second high. That seems to be what I find to be like the most history. Once we broke that high, you tend to get about somewhere in the neighborhood of 40% move. And that puts us, about $1 higher than where we're at. So that's big money. In crypto, when you buy something from 342 and sell it for 442, you can't complain. That's big money, I guess, to anybody that plays with it. So keep that in mind. Keep that in check. We had some other ones that looked really good. Who was it that posted a setup? Posted Zcash. Find my Zcash. There we go. Posted Zcash a couple, maybe 2 days ago, 3 days ago, and it went ballistic. It went ballistic. I think I'd posted Zcash right around the 145 range, something like that. And we've had some massive follow through price action. It started looking really nice. We started rebuilding positive momentum. We're still not oversold, and it was basically the same thing. We got one, two, three valleys right here. But what I like about on the daily time frame and smaller time frames, we had three valleys while having a bottom, second bottom in a massive uptrend. If that's not enough for you to be really excited about Zcash, so three rising valleys on a daily, on a weekly, we have a massive double bottom situation, while on the weekly and monthly we are forming a massive cup and handle. Now, on the weekly, when we go out like that, typically you want to measure a cup and handle from your, let's see if I can get y'all, from your cup right there. You want to pull your measured move to the bottom of the cup, but be reasonable. We can go way down here to this crap. That's not what we're looking for. We're trying to be realistic. And to be conservative, I wanted to pull it from the bottom inside of the cup, and then I placed it. It's in the trade setups. It puts us at a price target of like $2,500. And we see that, that's right back up at what its open price was the day it was born. You can't make this stuff up, but it is ran, what is that? I mean, almost 30 something odd dollars just in the last 2 days, while we're showing divergence, positive momentum just starting, still in the bullish control zone. Zcash is phenomenal. Don't worry about it. Is ADA oversold? Let's look at it, man. On what time scale? OJ, or are you looking at a weekly? We'll look at all of them real quick. We'll run through it, man. We'll run through it. Let me get rid of this crap. I keep forgetting. I always click that crap. All right. On the weekly, absolutely not. We're stuck down here in this bearish zone. But on the daily, we're testing it, man. We've got to we need to get over that little. If we can get into the 50, if we hit 50, I'm starting to get really, really positive. Now we had some triple divergence right here, and it's starting to play out. We're getting that. We just still haven't showed a major structure change, and I think it's my only thing about ADA. It has been one of the lagging performers for a while. It didn't run as high as everything else. I like it. I got some. But we just keep making lower low after lower low after lower highs, and we're stuck below these moving averages. The momentum here, but what we need is a structure shifting pattern to form. We need right now to start building higher highs, higher lows, and let's get this rounding bottom, three rising valleys. Let's get something, but you're not oversold on any of those time frames yet. Let's look at you're getting up here close to overbought on the 4 hour for this little rally that we had that seems to be topping out right here at 1, 2, several areas. The lower time frames you get, just the higher you are, like the 5 minute, you're getting into oversold territory. So you're probably going to start looking to watch out for that if you're scalp trading. But if you're out on the day and the weekly, you're starting to show signs of life, but you're not there yet. Keep eye on it. You're not there yet, but you're showing life. Let's get up here to Bitcoin. Let's see what the granddaddy's doing. Here we go. We'll start with the 4 hour. I'll lead y'all to water with the 4 hour. So we're losing negative momentum. It just sellers right here, 2 bars, couldn't muster up. That's a good thing. We're not oversold, overbought. We're just kind of in a good area. But this triangle here, this ascending triangle, I love it, man. It's really kind of a continuation pattern of a longer term uptrend. And what you had here on the 4 hour and every other time scale, you had a breakout. It tried to come back test it, but it ended up back testing this 200-day moving average. That was it. It was so bullish that it broke out. It couldn't even come back and test this downtrend line, and we just got massive fall through price action. So we're sitting at 42,000 right now. That's just been a massive run in the last few minutes. $2,000 an hour and a half. So here, same thing. We're testing it. This is good. This is good momentum and changing structure forming. We're just turning green. We're almost in neutral territory. I love it. So this is the kind of stuff that starts changing what you see. Now, what I wanted to point out, let me see if it shows up on the weekly, and it kind of does. Let's get rid of the drawings. A lot of people are going to try and draw this as a little upward sloping channel, and I have before, and it's not really a triangle thing, but we still got a low, a higher low. This is more of a macro view. We got a high and a higher high, ever so slightly, and that's good. It's not good that we're underneath moving averages, and that's okay. That can change quickly, but we've got to get back to neutral and not so much down here in the bearish control zone. But we're diverging. The sellers are losing steam. There's a lot of folks not willing to turn loose their Bitcoin. We have a massive bullish engulfing candle forming on the week. That's nice. That's what we want to see. But what I like in Plan B, I'm not even going to take credit for this. Plan B, if any of y'all know him, you can follow him on Twitter. He pointed this out. And we're always looking for W and M structures. What do we have here? It looks like we're getting a little W. And typically, watch this, what they say is you have this big M structure. Usually when something's bearish, that M structure will continue to break down and give you that full M shape, okay? We didn't get that. What we've got is higher highs and higher lows. And the last time we formed about, I think maybe this was 7 weeks. Let's check out how many days, how many bars we got going on here. $77 days. We had 77 days of sideways consolidation, forming that W, and we had a massive rally, okay? What do we have over here? I mean, we're at 56, almost 60 days. I'm a little off right here, but about 6 days. Very, very well. In the next 2 weeks, we could start seeing that breakout if it wants to play out like it did here. And this run alone made people massive amounts of money. If we went from here to our high, we ran 141%. And we did it in, I want to say a month, maybe 40 days. 20 bars, this is the weekly. 140 days from bottom to top. I think that original run was the one I'm talking about. It was like 3 candles. So we could be in for some massive moves, y'all. It could be stellar. It really could, and I hope that's the way it works out for everybody. But yeah, I mean, that's my Bitcoin. I mean, let's look at the monthly real quick, and then we'll move on to whatever anybody else wants to look at. Let's clear these drawings. my only gripe is that we've been building negative momentum on the monthly. We got 3 monthly candles that only make sense. those can start turning white like it did right here and lead us right into another uptrend. So that's not a big deal. I don't like it. I'll need to see a white. I want a white candle. I need to see a white candle to start giving me that idea of where we're headed, where we're going there. So if anybody's got any ideas or anything they want me to take a look at real quick, I'm still working on this camera. Let me see. All right, good job, JoJo. So we got what's going on, man? Carbine. What about QQQ? I'm so glad you asked. Who doesn't like a good QQQ? Oh, look what I had set up here. That had to be for the weekly. Maybe so. It's gone. Remove drawing. Well, on the weekly, we just had one of the largest engulfing candles since November 2nd of 2020. One of the largest moves. We're still below a moving average, but we are. Let me pull it real quick. Hold on. No, just convergence. It's nothing spectacular yet. Remove draw. But what we have that's good. After this little consolidated downtrend, that big engulfing candle that engulfed the last 1, 2, 3, 4. That one candle just wiped out the last 4 weeks of downtrend. That's good. That's big money rolled in right there to push it up. So we need that. And this is kind of implying that we're losing negative momentum, that it's coming. On the weekly, it's showing that, it's going to happen. On our daily, we've already had our little triple divergence right here. We've just got into the bullish control zone with RSI. And we are testing the living crap out of that moving average, dude. We are smashing it. It tried today. It was like, and just couldn't do it, man. It was giving it the business. But look at these. I would almost want to call this 3 white soldiers since it separated itself from this bottom candle. But that is not quite close. But that's beautiful. That's what we want to see. That leads, that just leads into bigger rallies. Come right over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had a little sideways consolidation and then a rip. That's the kind of stuff you want to see. It's not healthy for stuff just to go straight up, but it looks great, man. On the daily, weekly, 4 hour, we haven't started losing anything. We're still building positive momentum. We're probably right here. We're going to see our next stop at 30 or 356. More than likely somewhere around 370 before we hit that 378. And that'll be our big resistance. As you can see, we had so much chop. But that's it on the QQQs. It's healthy. IOTA, I don't think I have it, but I will pull it up real quick. Let's see. We'll start right on the 4 hour. I like the fact that we've lost all these sellers, all this negative momentum in sellers, and we've just started building positive momentum. I like that. And probably you'd say it's some kind of divergence there. It's technically showing that it's kind of a little class A, really strong divergence. But there's some things I don't like about it, but I think you're going to be all right. it's trying to do what everybody else is doing. It's just trying to find its way, but you're building higher lows on a macro scale out here on the daily. Go out to the weekly. It's actually doing a lot of little like Zcashy type stuff, man. Look at this little cup and handle. What we've got to do though, we can't. If this is going to be a cup and handle, we need to reverse right now, which it looks like it's trying, but it does not need to fall below that price again at all. It needs to stay above 67 cents to be a cup and handle, and we could get something like, yeah, something like that, and then it would just reverse, and we're so close. As you can see here, like the Zcash, if we break this right here, if we break 157, it's probably off to the races. Next thing you see, a break of 157, you might make a little pit stop at 266, but you're probably going straight up to test that high at 571. It's not a bad thing to be setting on a bunch of crypto right now at all. You can't go wrong at all. Anybody else got anything they want to take a look at? Bluetooth other devices. How about that? I'm telling you, I can't find that mic. I can't find that setting for my camera anywhere. Craziness. I don't know why it just gave up on me. I was trying to fix my sandal and it just stopped working. DKNG. DraftKings. Let's check it out on the weekly. Whoa, watch out. I haven't looked at this in forever. That's beautiful. It's beautiful in a bad way, but I'm thinking to tell you the positive side of it. Let me pull you up something real quick. Why? Oh. I'm gonna show that. I love it when things work out exactly like they should. Check this out. And I love Wyckoff and his theories and his trade. Tell me that don't look an awfully lot like what we've been looking at right there. That is almost textbook, guys. That's what's the cool stuff. That is a Wyckoff distribution pattern and its phases. And as of right now, it looks like it's almost complete. And comes the good part. But I mean, how beautiful and perfect did it play out? That's cool. That's cool. We'll set this to the side for a second. Now that it's played out, it looks like it almost is phase E. Luckily, we're getting this big green candle on the weekly. We need to go ahead and engulf this one. That would be great. But the really, really positive side of all this is this right here. All of that negative momentum is going away. So all this negative momentum, we couldn't muster up a lot of buying here, but we're in distribution. That means all these people that had DraftKings for years before they went public, they have distributed their shares out to everyone else. Now, on a larger time frame, we're losing that negative momentum. Now we need buyers to come back in the market. But let me remove that. Let's see what the Fibonacci does. Since I hadn't looked at it, I've been just kind of doing this on the fly. We're going to go from our previous macro low to our macro high. Right now, we dipped below our 886. So, yeah, we are diverging. We're losing sellers at just above 80. I mean, we've already made an 88% retrace, and now we've broke back above it on the weekly time scale. We need to see it run on up to the 786. We break the 786, then we're going to start seeing fireworks, and we're going to see probably a move up to the .5. But even the 786, man, you're talking about 24.21. That's a nice move. That's a nice move if you're long in it right now. So let's keep DraftKings on our radar. So, you can fib it and different things, but let's get rid of that and look on a smaller time scale real quick. We'll see what the daily's doing. Yeah, I mean, the daily's showing us the same thing. Sellers just they don't have what it takes to stay in there. We're starting to build positive momentum again. So in the coming days, probably see that. I don't see why we don't test between 22, 23. Well, we're really going to need to see, because right now, today, we're above these early levels, and this is locally manufactured highs. So these are a small group of people here. What I probably want to see is this go back up and test one of these little tits right here hanging down, and I want to see us get it rejected just a hair, and then build that momentum and run right back up here, and try and catch this range. Right around that 42.40 level. That's where I see us going in the coming weeks, months. That's it. NVAX, one of my old favorites. I'm not even going to hunt for it. It's in there, I believe. Yes, it is somewhere, but I'll go ahead and pull it up again. This was one of my biggest money makers. Oh, I already got it lined out. Yeah, from a while back. I got in this early before the pandemic crossed the seas and come into California, and it made a pretty run. And then I haven't messed with it much since it's got so out of hand. I was trading this in I want to say it was around $3, $3.19 was my first entry. It might have been lower. I might have had 50 shares at 140 just in case. And then when it started moving, I know at one point several hundred shares, and I let it run to where I thought, there's no way it's going any higher. I mean, when you make a move from $1 or $2 to high 20s, mid 30s, you're like, oh, it's done. There's no way, and everything was pointing to it being done. It just kept ripping. So right here is my price targets I had lined out, and looks like that little trend line from these first two lows is made its debut, that it was going to hold. And it's at 82.30, 87.11 is one target, and you see the next one's 121, 157, 239. That's probably going to head up because they have actually hung in there. We could probably pull a Fibonacci and check it out. Let's look at it from its low to high. Let's see what you got. Just roughly pull this fib. Yeah, I mean, so beautiful. You can't ask for more. You really cannot ask for more at all. That right there, that's just golden, baby. That 786. What do we do? Once, tested it once, rallied, tested it again, and we're trying to rally again. We're trying to hold that 786, and that's beautiful. That's what this golden zone right here between the 618 and the 786. I'm all about taking some long shots right in here. I know we're testing this moving average, but I'm not going to put a whole lot of weight in that because we've been up and down, up and down. It seems not to want to respect them. But OJ, if you were going long, it would only make sense that we're at a level of inflection like a 786, very, very prominent level. One test, double bottom, second test, and go. So what we need right now is to see this follow through price action, which it looks like we're getting, bouncing off that line. We need to break this 97.42 area, and then bam, you're gone. You get up in the 120s real fast. Real fast, OJ. Yeah, Dickie, man, thanks for posting that link for OJ and anybody else who don't have it. Anybody else got something? Well, I'm still fighting this fucking camera, man. And that's something I don't know about. Other than plugging it up, I almost know nothing about it. I do charts, not cameras, not not stuff. That's audio. The camera's not even it may just died on me. It's not even giving me a prompt that it's here. Oh, no doubt. Oh man, I posted. I think I posted a really nice Dogecoin setup in Discord. Man, don't let that Discord slide. You're missing it. Even the free membership. Well, there's still so much value in what we're posting in there, and we've got a members area where everybody's throwing around their trades and their NFT moves and all that stuff. Man, we're really growing a really badass community, dude. And it's going to be fun, man. A lot of people are going to help out a lot of people, and we're going to try to. I mean, we've had some people with some testimonials and some massive gains this week, and our first week. Last week was a rough start, but we still had some killer gains. But man, it's going to be years and years to come in the making. We're going to keep building it, bro. It's just going to be killer. But Doge, what can you say about Doge that hasn't been said? Other than if you will look right here at our MACD, it has done nothing but lost sell pressure over and over and over. We'll go out to the weekly. Look at this. All that sell pressure, and Doge is realistically holding better than anything else in the market. The highest level of sell pressure that Dogecoin has ever had in its life. Now, y'all will remember before this rally, Dogecoin came from 0.0000 like 26, 22, whatever it was, way beyond that, and it has held. It has been, even though we've had downtrend, it has been nothing but higher lows. We made this run to 75 cents and sold off. But that's it. We could not even come down to test that previous candle high of 8 cents. We just can't get down there. We keep holding this trend line while losing sellers. Man, I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to be caught not in Dogecoin right now. And it's Class A bullish divergence going on the weekly at that. One of the strongest forms of divergence, which is telling you that the trend is changing. It's on its way, that sellers are losing all of their steam. They just can't suppress the price anymore. I would not want to be sitting around with no Dogecoin in my pocket if I was anybody, especially the fact the weekly looks like that. And honestly, if we want to stretch our hopium, well, let's smoke some hopium. Let's roll up a big fatty of hopium and all of us toke it up and get our Doge high on. What is this? To anybody who's possibly been in Discord or been with me over the last year or so, we're going to be conservative. Right there. What does this look like? Anybody? I'm going to tell you, this is very, very bull flaggish, bull pennant-ish. If you wanted it to be a channel, whatever. I think it's kind of odd that we're getting down so close to lose negative momentum that we may actually start turning positive in the coming weeks. Now, we can do it any day now, but I say we have a couple more weeks, which most bull flags tend to want to break out 70% of the way through. How close are we to being about 70% of the way through? Now, I'm going to clone this. With that being said, here's how you measure your bull flag. You take your flagpole, move it to your breakout zone. There's about 70% of the way through. which would buy us 2 or 3 more weeks of negative momentum loss to start building. If this flag plays out, the TA is respected, guys. I want everyone, please pay attention to this. If the TA is respected and we break out, this measured move of what we have here puts Dogecoin at exactly $1.98. The insaneness that will happen in this world to people falling the frick apart. Yeah, that's gonna be wild. So I wanna say that's what it's showing. That's what could happen. But anyway, man, Charles, I'm gonna get back with you on LCID. I'm gonna get off here right now. It is, it's been about 30, 40 minutes. Been a good little run. Appreciate everybody for joining in tonight. Probably going to do some streaming on my Discord soon. But for right now, I've got my YouTube, and I'm going to start picking up more and more on it. I want to thank all of y'all. I got to get this camera and some of these bugs worked out. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. Have a good weekend.